Hello, Tarot friends. This is Ultraviolet Morgan, and just checking things out. Everything's kind of see from the angle I'm looking at. My hand looks like it's glowing, but for real, it probably doesn't. Everything's kind of backwards. So, anyway, welcome to my live, and I'm going to be unboxing the Dark Goddess Tarot. I'm not doing readings right now. I'm just unboxing this lovely tarot I've had for pretty much forever and haven't yet gotten to unbox it. So I'll light a couple of candles and put them there, maybe. Is that where I want them? Does it matter too much? I don't know. There. I guess we'll do it like that. Okay. So I don't have my small phone with me just yet because it's charging, so I'm not able to check the chat. I don't think anyone's in chat yet. I don't know if anyone's watching, but anyone who's watching, shout out. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm finally unboxing my Dark Goddess Tarot. Happy October, everyone. I'm like a little bit nervous about this. Ooh, okay. It's been a while since I've opened a brand new deck. Alright. This feel. Okay, so firstly we have this deck has the metallic clasp and it opens like so. Look at that. Okay. Of course, everyone wants you to get to the picture, get to the cards, get to the pictures. But there's this really interesting pattern on the inside of the box. It's kind of like a map, but it's not a map. And then we've got this nice hefty book. Wow. That's pretty great. Full color for all the cards and a full page on each card. So that's pretty exciting. I don't look through that too much yet because obviously I want to first see the cards themselves. Okay, so all right, a little bit of review. The box itself, nice, very thick, very sturdy. The inner part where you put where the cards go is this kind of, how shall we say, craptastic layout. I'm not a big fan. It's not the worst. Cards can't really disappear into there, so that's nice. And we have this. This is the little wrap, instead of being paper, is plastic. Now, I tend to not get rid of it regardless, but since it's plastic, it'll be a little more durable. And I'll probably always want to, if I keep them in the box, I'll want to use it because it will help them to stay together properly in order to go into this box. So we enjoy the box itself, but not the inner portion of the box. And I just felt like I wanted to see if I could get some sage going. It's always hard to get the sage to really burn. And So I was curious if using this lighter maybe will get the sage going a little more easily. Okay, well, we definitely have a little smoke going, so we're good. All right. Oops. I'm just gonna scooch that over to there. All right, and we'll start looking at the cards. Like I said, we've got the plastic wrap. These cards, they're pretty thick looking, and they've got gold gilded edges. They're shiny and gorgeous. Okay, so I kind of love them so far. And then here's the backs with the compass design, which is also the compass design that's on the inside of the box. That's why it made me think of maps. Actually, the compass inside the box is a little bit different. But that's okay. It's kind of almost like not a compass exactly. Anyway, you don't even care. You want to see the cards. All right. So our first card is Sheila Nagig. And Sheila Nagig is the 0 card, the Fool. And I will honestly tell you that I really don't know how that relates exactly. But luckily there's a book. But I do like this. It's pretty amazing. And it remains to be seen if this is going to turn into being more of a tarot deck or more of an oracle deck. Because I can see really just using the goddesses. For their own sake. Isis, we have the Magician is Isis. I love Isis, so this is pretty amazing. Beautiful. I love Isis. And there she's shown with her wings. And there's also a mummy. It could be King Tut in the background. So it's interesting. And then with the Eye of Ra. Pythia is the priestess. So that's perfect. It makes perfect sense. No problems with connecting that with the tarot. Wow, Black Madonna. It's really beautiful. So I have the Empress, Black Madonna. So I've been interested in and sort of fascinated with the Black Madonna ever since I read The Secret Life of Bees, which I highly recommend. If you've seen the movie, read the book. If you haven't seen the movie, read the book. If you want to see the movie after you read the book or before, I wouldn't suggest before, but if you want to see the movie, see the movie. I think the movie's fine. I think I saw it. I was excited. I'm pretty sure I saw it. And The Mermaid shares the same author. I was excited to see it, come to life. But it's definitely not a replacement for the book. So, Black Madonna, really, really gorgeous. And then after I read the book, I did so much research about the Black Madonna. Very fascinating stuff I never knew. Number 4, the Morrigan, is sovereignty. That's fantastic. So that would normally be the Emperor. But since these are all goddesses, there's no Emperor. There's only sovereignty. I have a video on YouTube that I put in queue. Is the Morrigan calling to you? So to check that out. I don't think the Morrigan is calling to me, but you never know. I primarily work with Kali, and I'm sure she's in here. Sybil or Cybele, it's probably Sybil, is the Hierophant. Freya as the lovers. That's interesting because we have one goddess, Freya, and the Loch Ness Monster. The Chariot, Ishtar. I'm also a really big fan of Ishtar, so that's pretty exciting. I'm going to look in the book. I want to look up Freya. So I'm going to go ahead and blow that out because I don't want that hot. But I'm going to use it to stand up the card. Sovereignty, the Morrigan, Celtic goddess of the blood. But she was the goddess of the battlefield, but whatever works. Lovers, Freya, Norse goddess of love and beauty. And there's the image from the book. Just incredible. Freya or Freya, Freja, yeah. Probably don't pronounce the J, but is the goddess of love, lust, and beauty, the goddess of fire and rich red gold. She is the embodiment of shining, beautiful, valuable, and magical. She is one of the elder gods, the Vanir, and the great goddess of the northern lands before the coming of the Aesir, the gods of Valhalla. The brash young gods fall in love with her as all do, and name her the Fair One. Unlike other beings of the elder world, such as the frost giants, Freya is welcome in the new order. She is a magician and shapeshifter, and she teaches the power of charms and spells to the young gods. She becomes chief of the Valkyries, the divine warrior maidens who choose heroes from among the fallen and bring them to drink thereafter, either at the table of the father god, Odin, or at her own table, which is equal in majesty. On her breast the goddess wears the Brisingame, the necklace of fire, the jewel whose power cannot be resisted. It is created by the greatest artistry and magic of 7 dwarves. Freya, the Shining One, enters their cave and sleeps with them all to possess the necklace. Okay. Loki, I'm going to have to read more about that because I'm interested in these 7 dwarves. Loki, the trickster god, desires the Brisingamen for his own wild purpose. With shape-shifting power of her own, and strong-armed heroes ever ready to be at her side, Freya discovers the gem every time Loki steals it. Swipe or no swiping. She is generous with her favors and direct in her appetites. She loves dwarves and gods and men. None of her pursuits change her most abiding love, the love for her husband, Odur. When he mysteriously disappears, I was just checking to make sure I was actually streaming. Freya flies all over the world searching for him. Sparkling dew, spring flowers, and summer sunlight scatter from her hair as she passes. She flies in a falcon's skin or in a chariot drawn by her beloved cats. The tears she weeps become jewels when they fall, amber if they fall upon the water, and gold when they fall upon the earth. She finally finds her husband at the ends of the earth, at the end of time. He has been transformed into a sea monster. Oh, that's where the sea monster comes in. But that does not matter to Freya, nor do her sexual adventures matter to him. He remains her eternal beloved. Wow. I really didn't know anything about Freya. I don't know a lot about the Norse. I know a little bit about Odin and just here and there and Loki. Oops. Okay, so when Freya appears, a challenging situation is your opportunity to give more love, create more beauty, and to become more divine. Find success in collaborative efforts where there is mutual passion for the process, the partnership, or the product. Use the desire of others to get to where you want to be, but give freely along the way. Use charm and art and the art of seduction to your best advantage. Okay. It will not hurt another to be made to feel more beautiful, especially when you open your heart and truly see them as beautiful. Glamorize your surroundings, plant and bring in flowers, add some sparkle. Put up art that makes your heart sing, ramp up the sensuality with luxurious sheets on the bed and the scent of amber in the air. Cuddle, get some skin-to-skin contact and skin to fur, skin to the breath of air, to the kiss of rain, to the touch of the sun. Well, I like it. I did used to work with Aphrodite a lot, but of course, she's not really considered to be a dark goddess, so she wouldn't be in this deck. Oh. Okay, so the next card we have is Ishtar for the Chariot. That's really quite beautiful as well. And I'm gonna check in now on my alright, so now I can see myself, I can see live chat. If anyone were to want to say anything, I could potentially respond. Alright, so Ishtar is Chariot. Samavila is Strength. So this is a goddess that I've never heard of. Oops. So we went right on out of order. Got the lovers. Got Ishtar. I love Ishtar. Okay. Let's just keep on looking. I won't read the whole entire thing for everyone, obviously. That'd be silly. Man, these are stunning. Chariot, Ishtar. When Ishtar appears, it is not time to be cautious or timid. Make the bold step with strength and focus behind your action and find success. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Samoliva. Yikes. Samoliva. Oh, no idea how to pronounce this. Samoliva or Vila is the Slavic guardian of the forest. Okay. She protects the living beings, red-blooded or green, in the woods of Eastern Europe. She guards the purity of its streams and the health of the whole. Often lively and playful, Samovila loves to dance. Her circle dances create the magical glades that are found in even the deepest tracts of forest. Yet she is fierce in her defense of her home and takes revenge against trespassers who would harm her beloved ones. They may find that a stone turns beneath their foot or falls upon their head from above. Oh, there's my sock. And just as a total aside, I got these leggings, if you can see, which are also pretty October themed. Let's see. Sorry, where was I? She's fierce in her defense of her home and takes revenge upon trespassers who would harm her loved ones. They may find that a stone turns beneath their foot or falls upon their head from above. They may be lured into trackless ways and lost. If their transgression is severe and or their attitude uncaring, they are brought into the circles and made to dance until they die. Well, I love it. Let's just dance until they die. Just when Semoliva appears, use careful force and practical wisdom to defeat your foes. It also says to purify your blood, eat greens, drink infusions of licorice root, and add lemon to your water. To purify your soul, get closer to nature, put your bare feet in the earth, and other things. So that's pretty cool. I like that. There's lots of interesting advice in there. I don't know if you guys want to see my socks, so I'm trying to readjust, and my floor is real creaky here. So, all right, let's put that down. Then we have Baba Yaga, who is the witch goddess, and I believe that where's Baba Yaga from? Sorry guys, this walkthrough is not a quick walkthrough. I was thinking she was Italian, but I believe she's Italian, but I'm not entirely sure. Russian. The fearsome Russian witch of the woods with iron teeth, bony legs, and a nose so long it rattles the roof of her hut when she snores. She's delightful. Okay. So Baba Yaga. We have Fortuna. Fortuna. I'll hold it up there. So that is our Wheel of Fortune, of course. Even I'm like just looking at the Baba Yaga's the Hermit. Okay, that makes sense. Mat is Justice. Perfect. Look at how beautiful she is. Look how sleek and beautiful she is. And she, of course, is Egyptian. Tiamat is the Hanged One. For death, we have La Santa Muerta. Oops. And you'll recognize her from the cover. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit about Santa Marta. I'm going to... Baba Yaga, Wheel of Fortune, European Goddess of Fate and Fortune. Okay. Oh, and there's a little... I didn't even notice, but down at the bottom, there's a little sentence at the bottom of the picture. So for La Santa Muerta, it says, Mexican goddess of death. Death is the destiny of life. And destiny also means destination. So if you didn't know that, and mortal also means something to do with death. Sadly, I didn't realize I had that down there. I'm going to adjust just to see what happens. I think that's a fair angle. La Santa Muerta, Saint Death or Holy Death, is the beloved death goddess of Mexico and the United States. Once the Mictecuatl, okay, that was hard to say, so I probably said it wrong, the Aztec lady of the land of the dead and the protector of souls. Under European influence, she appears now as a grim reaper with scythe and rope. She wears a necklace of gold coins and holds a globe of the world to represent her worldly power. She reigns over the destinies of life as well as the moments of death, for she holds all life's ends in her hands. Her people most commonly petition La Santa Muerta for a good destiny and a peaceful death. Okay. Most holy death, La Santissima Muerte, oversees the many needs of her people. She hears rituals for justice in court cases, for protection from enemies, for success in business or in love, and for the removal of curses. Her people also ask to know the truth of things unseen. They offer her food and flowers, red, black, and white candles, tobacco, and tequila. They know that the lady may grant any prayer, and providing a good life and providing a good death, she feeds herself as well. For La Santissima is the hard and practical earth, the one who builds and sustains life by gripping, holding, and processing the dead. When La Santa Muerta appears, see the truth of the habits that get in the way of building a better life for yourself. Tear down the walls and slay the inner demons. Ask for knowledge and strength. Do not give up or lose faith that it can be done. A relationship is at an end, a relationship that may be between you and another or between you and your previous self. Where was that? If it is right to say goodbye, say it and do not look back. If it is sad to say goodbye, first offer your tears for what has been lost. Nice. Grow a pot of La Santa Muerta's sacred aloe, a spiny plant of the arid desert that is full of moisture and healing within. So I love how there's just like advice for practical things to do, for things, relationship related that you could do. Just really a mixed bag. I feel like these are a combination really of a tarot and an oracle, but like a really deep oracle, because a lot of oracles are not super deep. I was gonna say it's like tarot, but it goes deeper, and then I felt bad because I feel like tarot can go very deep, but like as far as the book goes, it really helps you kind of dive deeper into tarot. And I think that the lessons of the goddesses do also apply very well to the card. And I like decks that broaden my understanding of the tarot. This is Bridget, and she's alchemy. So I like decks that broaden my understanding of the tarot. The tarot, not just that particular deck. So every deck brings something, should help you. The way that I look for it is that it should help me learn more about the tarot, deepen my understanding of the tarot, and bring something to every reading that I do, whether I'm using this deck or another deck. So, while on the one hand I read somewhat intuitively, so I will get different messages depending on the different cards from different decks, because even with the same deck, different things will jump out at you. But they do all read sort of differently, but at the same time, anything that deepens your understanding of a card, you can bring to your understanding of that card in any deck. Hopefully that makes sense, because I do read each deck. I don't want to ever read a deck where I'm just sort of transposing a generic meaning onto the card. The card has to, the meaning, my tarot philosophy is that cards do not have meanings. They have several possible interpretations. Excuse me. And the job of the reader is to interpret the cards, not to memorize and parrot back meanings. So, anyway. So we have alchemy rather than I'm getting tired, sorry. The traditional card instead of alchemy would be temperance, right? So what is temperance called in the Thoth? Sometimes called Thoth by the Thoth deck. So I'm going to look that up because I do believe it's got a different name. Art, okay. In the Thoth, it is called art, and in this deck, it is called alchemy, and it's often seen in a lot of decks as alchemy, so that fits. And Bridget is Celtic goddess. That's a Bridget's cross right there. Especially around in spring, around Easter, I believe is her day. I don't exactly know why she's a dark goddess. That would be my question is, why is Bridget a dark goddess? I'm just gonna I don't think I'm gonna read from it. I'm just gonna check. Oh, I am getting tired. Irish goddess of craft, art, and healing. And at the bottom it says fire purifies, water restores. Okay, so that's one of the things with the traditional temperance card is that she's supposed to be mixing fire and water, which is really personally interesting to me now. Also, I think she is associated with wells and fire. Goddess of fire. Yeah, fire and water. Yeah. All right. Well, that would be why she is chosen, because she represents both of those things. When Bridget appears, difficult feelings require expression, not suppression. Keen your grief, speak your rage, forge your purpose. Pull the personal pain out of your soul for the fuel to make something tangible from it. This deck is amazing. Show the world what it is and what it should be. So, what do you guys, if anybody is watching, I guess, see, I have one viewer. I'd love to hear what you think so far, because I think this is an amazing, amazing deck. I'm amazed. More amazed by it than I expected to be, even. So the next card I'm curious. Well, who is the hanged? Oh, the hanged one was Tiamat. Okay. So the next card, which would normally be the devil, we have corruption, and it is TL. So I'm gonna go with Lazo Teal. Teoto? Tlazel. Yeah. Tlazel Teoto. For sure, we don't pronounce all those letters. Lazel. Okay. I'm not gonna try anymore. You see the card? Oh, there's a good angle. So this is, I know it's an Aztec goddess because I have also done some study on some Aztec goddesses, and Aztec goddess of filth and purification. Very interesting. Disease is cruel, but not irredeemable. I'm really, really going to be excited about working with these dark goddesses for October. Yes. Okay, so destruction. The tower is destruction, and we have Kali, which is the main goddess that I work with. Kali. So naturally, we're going to check the book on Kali. How long have I been? I don't know how long. I'm not sure how long we've been recording. It's okay. Hindu goddess of the end of time. It's not exactly how I would. She's the beginning and the end of all things. All the world changes. Kali is the Hindu destroyer of the worlds and the goddess of cemeteries. She is Black Mother Time. Her skin is the blue or black of the endless eternal void. Her necklace of heads stands for the severance of the ego and of ignorance. Her skirt of dismembered limbs represents humanity's impotence in the face of her awesome reality. Her hair is wild, untamed, billowing from her like a cloak of dark fire. Skulls tumble from her hands, for even death falls before her. The 18th century Bengal poet Ramprasad writes, "When death grabs you by the hair, call out, 'Kali, Kali.' Then what can he do?" Kali is birthed from the brow, from the concentration of the goddess Durga in her need. Demons overrun the world, and even fierce Durga cannot slay them all. When the demon lord is wounded, new spawn arise from every drop of his blood that touches the ground. Kali vanquishes him and saves the world by holding him above the earth and drinking his blood as it falls. Does it get any more fierce than that? But her force cannot be stopped once invoked. Kali, the power of time that leads all to ruin, thrives on blood. Drunk on slaughter, she dances, growing ever more wanton, crushing all beneath her furious steps. Only when Shiva, lord of the dance of life, puts himself beneath her feet does she awaken and slow the wild rush. Someday she will resume the dance that ends the world. When she has destroyed everything, Kali will be the void out of time from which new worlds are born. Kali gives her name to the great city of Calcutta. Kali Ghat, steps of Kali, her temple city and the center of her worship where the goat blood is spilled for her pleasure. Yet Kali is beloved by her people, for she allows them to move beyond fear, facing the annihilation of all that is beloved and familiar, and yet, bang my head, persevering in their devotion and humble understanding sets her people free. When Kali appears, pray that Kali will be kind. Offer her red flowers and red food. Hey, good idea. On dark new moon nights, offer her theater and fireworks and charred flesh. Ooh, barbecue. A blood sacrifice means giving up something important, something not easy to give, something with life and meaning. Illusions, whether cherished or not, shatter. Your personal reality crumbles along with it. Ride it out as best you can. Do not cling to any individual, scattered piece, but focus on understanding the intangibles of the situation, the shift of energy that has occurred. Then you will know best how to proceed. Do not evade dealing with something difficult, lest the crushing continue. Destruction can be slow and grinding as well as violent and sudden. Get on with it and get out from under or be dust. Dang! That is Kali Ma. Kali. If I'm not too exhausted by the time I get to the end, I think I want to draw 3 cards for a message. Now, it could just be a general collective message, or if anyone has a question that is not a love question, I don't want to do a love question. If anyone has an interesting question, I may select it. and do that. Okay, adjust my squeaky floor. I may have to just deal with my sock because my leg hurts. So, all right, on with the majors. The star is the Spider Woman. Really, really gorgeous. Just trying on different angles. So there, when it's pushed like that, you don't see the glare all over it. Arianarod is the moon. If you can see that, it's so beautiful. It's definitely not doing it justice. The sun is Sekhmet. Super excited to work with these cards. Now we have liberation. Rather than judgment, we have liberation, which is pretty amazing. Persephone. I really enjoy Persephone as well. And then the final major is the world Coatlicue. Another Aztec goddess. Now we are on to the wands or the fire suit. These are called fire. Ace of fire is Vesta. So she's a Roman goddess of the hearth. So keeping the hearth burning, the hearth fires. Two of fire. Hecate or Hecate. Another very favorite goddess of mine. Hecate. Three of fire is Circe or Circe, of course, a favorite. She's got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. So yeah, Circe is in the Odyssey, and she turns Odysseus's men into pigs. Pretty sure that's Circe. And if you listen to the song Hotel California, I was listening to it and it just dawned on me, and it just dawned on me that it's the Odyssey, and it's the Lotus Eaters in particular that they're singing about, because they go and they get sort of trapped in this place of decadence of the promise of what it had been, kind of the original promise was no longer there. And I mean, there's a lot of themes kind of talking about the 60s turning into the 70s, and kind of the real spirit of the hippies being commodified and really lost, and became stepping about the earth and love and peace and these things, and started being about polyester and things that you could buy, consumerism, which happens to pretty much every set of ideals. I'm really going on and on. But anyway, it's that, but it's also mixed in with the whole, the Lotus Eaters story from the Odyssey, and I was just convinced of it, and I searched and searched and searched and searched, and finally I found one little piece where one of the authors had said, or one of the writers of the song from the band the Eagles, and I don't remember which one wrote it. It was Donna and Lee, or one of the other guys, but he said something a little vague, but since I was already on to it, he said it's something like it's something about something you learn about in college, in the Odyssey that we all go on. And he used the word Odyssey, but like lowercase Odyssey, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I knew it. Okay, so that's my story about Circe. All right. 4 of Fire looks like a Japanese goddess. I'm going to guess. Kamufuchi. Here, I'll bring it up for a close-up. Tip it up so the glare's off. And then I'll set it there. 4 of Fire, and I'm just going to look in the book real quick again. Hey, if you're watching and you just want to give me a shout out and say hi so I can see who's looking at me, that'd be fine. If you have a personal growth type of question that you'd like me to consider doing a very short reading on when I'm through, you can ask that question. I will either do one for the collective, general collective, or I'll choose a personal growth question. Where am I? I'm getting tired though, so I should probably move this along. So she is a new goddess of the hearth. I don't know what Anu means. Family, ancestors, and gods meet at the hearth. Okay, cool, that's true. The indigenous people of the islands north of Japan and east of Russia. Wow. Really learn something new every day, huh? So, 5 of Fire, we have Eris. It's great being able to hold it straight up and down, but then there's a glare. I don't know if I hold it back if it gets rid of the glare. It does. Then 6 of Fire, we have Epona, who I believe is Celtic. Really beautiful. I love this. Oh, 7 of Fire is Durga. That's very exciting. Durga. Shout out to everybody watching. Oh, I do have a couple of comments. Let me see. What do we got? Jayla Glennon. Hi, Jayla. Jayla, do I pick or ask a question? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing an unboxing and flip through and long discussion of the Dark Goddess Tarot. So when I get all the way through, I'm going to give them a shuffle, see how they shuffle, draw a couple cards for a collective message, or if someone has a self-growth message that they would like answered. If anyone were to post those, I would pick the one that seemed the most intriguing and go with that. So since there's really nobody here, there's only a couple people here, you got a pretty good chance if you've got any type of self-growth question. So yeah, go ahead with that. Okay, so 8 of Fire, Red Dakini. Oh, I like that. I'm not really sure what mythology she's from, but she looks amazing. Amazing. And powerful. Definitely fire. We have the 9 of Fire is Chantico, which looks like another Aztec or Incan. Could be an Incan goddess. Aztec or Incan. 10 of Fire, Thyone. Jayla wants to know about kids and the bills. So So when we get all the way through, we'll see if we maybe, that may be the question that we ask. Pele, Amazon of fire. So we have Amazons. You would think the Amazon would be the queen, but I'm assuming Amazon is the page. And then we have Quadesh, the siren of fire. Lots of feminine, divine feminine energy there. Ooh. Then we have Carriagewin, the witch of fire. Huh. Yee. Yeah, this deck gets better and better. Super exciting. Memen Brigitte, the hag of fire. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so Jayla says that's what they call me. I'm very tall. Okay, am I getting all of the messages? Oh, Amazon. Okay. They call you Amazon. That's awesome. I'm very short, so they don't call me that. Hag of fire. Amazing. Ace of water is the face of the deep. That's pretty intense. Two of water, Lorelei. Three of water, Mami Wata. This is a very diverse deck. Lots and lots of cultures all around the world. Cultures that I've never even heard of. And, lots that I have heard of. But, that one, never even had heard of that. Look at how thick this deck is. Four of water, Leslie. That looks, Roman, Greek or Roman. La Lorna, the five of water. Oh, amazing, amazing. I wish I had a really great camera so you could really see how beautiful these are, because I know that my production value on my laptop is not the best. Tefnut, six of water. And that is Egyptian. Then we have Maeve, seven of water. Yeah, these are just super incredible. There we go. Eight of water. Ooh. Sedna. See if I can get rid of that glare. That's better. Nine of water, Lady of the Lake. When you're doing these, it's hard to really know how long is sort of too long, how long is too short to show. You show the cards. I watch other people do it, and some people will hold the card up forever talking about it like I'm doing now, and then other people will show you a card and just take it away just as fast. So it's not really easy to judge while you're doing the video, so be nice to us all. Ishel, 10 of water, Ishel. Okay, so she's a really beloved goddess to me. She is an Aztec. I believe Aztec. She could be Incan, but I believe she's Aztec. She's a moon goddess. She's a moon. She takes the form of a hare. She is the rainbow. She was an abused wife. Even goddesses apparently can be abused and had to escape in the night. She's got a really awesome story, or several, I'm sure. The Amazon of water, Skyla. There you go, the Amazon of water. And we've got the Siren of water, which is Aphrodite. Okay. I didn't think we'd see her in a dark deck, but she does have a dark side, I can attest. I like having that burn, but I'm blowing it out. And that's probably not going to help me either because of the smoke, but my throat's bothering me, and I think it's probably from having the candles burn. The Witch of the Water, Heya Akitsu. Meme. Another one that appears to be Asian of some sort, perhaps. Really, yeah, the pictures in the book, they're just, they're like 3 times the size of the card itself. They're just amazing. First of all, I'm going to look. The Eight of Water, Sedna, is an Inuit goddess of the ocean and the underworld. So that's amazing. 10 of Water, Ishel, main goddess of the moon. Oh yeah, she is Mayan. I knew that. Amazon of Water, Skyla, Greek monster maiden. But let's see. Aphrodite, Greek goddess of beauty and love. Witch of Water, Heya Akitsu Hime. Shinto, goddess of the sea. Pretty amazing. Every stream ends in the sea, there to rise anew. Oh my god, I love it. Demonstrate your ethics and your beliefs on a regular basis to walk the blessed way. Look beyond the form into the essence of the thing. That is where power lies. When forms dissolve, all becomes energy, and energy can be reshaped and used anew. Okay. Hag of Water. Ran. She looks really powerful and amazing. I love how this card is just all blue. Very monochromatic, except for the bits of gold. Now we're on to the air element. And we have the Ace of Air is Nemesis. Really interesting. 2 of Air is Athena, whom Athens is named for. These are very thick cards. Blue Dakini. 3 of Air is the Blue Dakini. Newt, not Newt. 4 of air. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really beautiful Egyptian goddess. Then we have the 5 of air. Haryana Go. Clearly Asian in some capacity. Really beautiful. I wonder if that's a sakura tree. Sakura is apple tree, apple blossoms. Really gorgeous. Really gorgeous. I think it's how it's pronounced. My foot's going to sleep. This deck is amazing. But I've been going through it really slowly. Ouch. Ooh, my foot's asleep and my knee's locking up on me. Good times. Don't get old, people. It's a trap. 6 of air. Get it? Man, I don't know how to pronounce that. Which looks rather Norse and Vikingish. 7 of air is Laverna. I love that there is such a good mix of goddesses I really am well aware of. Goddesses I know little about, and goddesses I've never even heard of. Because I like to learn things. And I like to learn things with my decks. Because, I don't know, my tarot decks are just the most fun way to learn things. The Crow Mother, 8 of air. I'm going to put that right there for just a moment. I'm just going to play with my crystals, move them around a little. This isn't even a crystal. This is just from a necklace. And I made this with just regular, it's not like it's that great, but I just made it with, Play-Doh. And it's just made a little bowl to put that in, or something of that size. I could switch it out and put my amethyst in there if I wanted to. But I don't, because that guy lives there. Alright, so I'm going to leave it on this card for a second because I'm going to see if I can find something for my throat, a lozenge or something. Very quickly. I did find something. I don't know. I think I was talking while I was walking around. And I don't know if you could hear a thing I said. Okay. So I found a green lifesaver to soothe my throat a little. So we are going to have the fact I'm going to be talking around a piece of candy in my mouth, but I really think it'll help my throat. 9 of air. This is amazing. A banshee. Really love that. Really, really, really good choice for 9 of air, 9 of swords. Really gorgeous artwork. 10 of air, we have Arrhenius. Not sure if I pronounced that right either. I wonder if I... Does that make it better? Alright, so you can kind of see the background. Scotty, Amazon of Air. For the Siren of Air, we have Lilith. So that's pretty incredible. The only thing is I'm not sure that image is accurately Lilith, because that might be. But I feel like there's a goddess that gets confused with Lilith. Ishtar. So I'm not sure if that's Ishtar. I shouldn't ruin the deck for myself. But so that is properly, I don't know if you can see that, Ishtar. But that image is sort of used interchangeably with Lilith. So, as they would say in court, I'll allow it. So I've been on just a little over an hour. This is, wow. Oh yeah, Witch of Air. Wow. This reminds me of Cinderella's fairy godmother when I look at it. Just, the magic is swirling all around her. Oops. So where does the siren go? It's the Amazon, and the siren, and the witch. I wonder if these really equate at all with the... No, does the siren equate with the night? I guess we'll see. Hag of Air, Damavati. So this looks Indian in some way, or that area of the world. I'm so excited to work with these cards. It's one where I want to I feel almost overwhelmed because I want to learn it all at once, and I know I need to take my time. So Ace of Earth, of course, is Gaia, because who else, right? I guess you could have picture her to be the queen or the king of Earth, but I think I like her as Ace. 2 of Earth is Hell. Very, very interesting. I'm interested in learning a little bit more about her, and I know that Kellyanne, what's her name? What is her last name? Kellyanne. She's so amazing. She is Kellyanne Maddox. Oh my gosh. Pretty sure Kellyanne Maddox works with Hal. Even though I think she's also an atheist, which, oops, I didn't mean to jiggle. She was an atheist, which at one point, I believe she still is. But, things change, so maybe. I know that some pagans and witches and magic users work with gods and goddesses and entities and those things in a different, we kind of think of them in a different way. So even if they're technically atheists, they can still work with sort of god energies or goddess energies. Now we have the 3 of Earth, the Norns. Wonderful. Really beautiful cards. So, as I'm looking, okay, good. I was going to say, it looks like it's like a tealish, but it's not. It's a really beautiful, deeper blue. 4 of Earth is the Sphinx. I don't know why, something just reminded me of a situation that I was in at the beginning of this year that has changed for the better. And I don't know what pulled me to that. Why? Because it was like something about the Sphinx, and I don't understand it. It's a riddle. Demeter, 5 of Earth. Wonderful. Winter. We know she's the Earth. She's an Earth goddess for sure. 6 of Earth. Sanaqua. I will try Sanaqua. Excuse me, man. Ereshkigal, 7 of Earth, Ereshkigal, which I'm pretty sure Ereshkigal. Yes. Ereshkigal is from the oldest published story. If I wasn't so tired, I could think of it. Ereshkigal. Oh, no, I was thinking of someone else entirely. No. The person I was thinking of isn't even female. This is a goddess deck. Sumerian goddess Ereshkigal. Very interested in learning some more about her. We're getting close, so let's go. 8 of Earth, Calais. I believe it's pronounced like Calais. And it's Celtic or Irish. Calais. Nine of Earth, Bloodwind. Ten of Earth. Allah. Amazon of Earth, Artemis. We're all pretty familiar with Artemis. I wish Cabal's hanging out. Siren of Earth, Babo. There's a story behind that card, or that goddess. That's very interesting. Very intriguing. Inanna, Witch of Earth. Inanna is featured in the song Hecate Inanna. It's a goddess hymn, song, call, something. Oh, okay, so the final card, which is the Hag of Earth, is She Who Watches. That's just fantastic. Gives me chills. She Who Watches. Good chills. In case you were wondering, good chills, not the bad kind. Alright, I'm going to readjust again. I'm going to see what these feel like when you shuffle them. I am a lefty. You feel good. So I put the cards up so that I can see the tops and you can't because of the way I'm shuffling. It's just a choice I made. Oh, they have a... Oh, they smell so good. They really smell beautiful. I don't know what the deal is with these cards. I'm in love. Okay. Definitely in love. So they feel good. They're quite slippery. So it could be an issue for some. But let me go back to my dear friend Jayla Glennon. I don't know if Jayla's still hanging out, but Jayla, will I make it with the kids and my bills? Well, so what I usually do when I read for someone is I like to tap the deck and touch it onto their image. Okay. Oops. How's my battery doing? It's going all right. Jayla, will I make it with the kids and my bills? Jayla make it with the kids and our bills. Oop. Our goddesses. Guys. Bring us 3 cards to answer this question for Jayla. Help me to be a clear channel for a message for Jayla. Card 1. Shuffling sometimes can take a minute, especially I try to use my shuffling time to sort out, get into the space I want to be in, and sometimes I just read jumpers, but if not jumpers, then kind of feel for the right cards, so it takes time. Bottom of the deck energy, we've got Cybele, Hierophant, number 5, Law and Order. Is it Law and Order? Hierarchy, structure, organized systems, and institutions, social institutions. Bottom of the deck energy. Okay, so good. All right, I can feel a little message coming in with that, but we'll see what the cards say. If they're upside down, that's just an accident. I'm not doing reversals. So we have Durga, 7 of fire. We have Nut, 4 of air. And we have Tefnut, 6 of water. Right? So we have fire, air, and water. And we have 2 Egyptian cards and 1 Hindu card. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to there. And then the Hierophant. So as I said, the Hierophant is about systems. It's about structure, institutions, tradition. So, as you asked if you will make it with the kids, and I don't know why. Will you make it with the kids near your bills? So, structure and institutions are going to be important. So, an example of an institution is the family. So it could be that you do find yourself leaning on family members. Another institution would be the church, the school. So there are support systems through there. So another institution would be public assistance. If that's something that you qualify for, you might want to consider that. If you feel like you're too proud to do that, I would say don't be. As a person who's been on public assistance, I've been on it, I've been off it, I've been on it again. I don't say that without any knowledge. So anyway, that's just the bottom of the deck energy. So that was some early impressions I was getting from that. But I'm going to go to the book and check out the Durga, 7 of fire. Rise up or the demons win. Well, that's all the answer you need. I just packed the cards right up. I feel like Jayla might have left, but in answer to the question, will you make it? Rise up or the demons will. So, Hindu, fierce mother goddess. So you need to draw in that fierce mother goddess. Because you can make it. You just have to rise up. The fiercest and eldest manifestation. So look in the book, as you can see, I'll put it sideways. The letters are just okay. It's not showing up at all. If you can see the letters, I don't know if you can, but they're written really weird. So I just wasted your time on that, honestly. Okay. The fiercest and eldest manifestation of the great goddess, Durga, incarnates on earth to fight demons when they have become too powerful and threaten to continue existence of humanity and the gods. gods invoke her into manifestation through offering their combined powers. Each individual god does not have the power to conquer the demons, but when they all come together, a shining pathway for the invincible goddess appears. In Sanskrit, the word Durga means beyond reach, a place that is inaccessible, invulnerable, a fort in a sanctuary. So this also supports my idea originally that, you may need to call in the, extended family, or, you may need to call your kids to step up and help out in certain ways. I don't know if you mean financially, because you did say the bills, or, energetically, emotionally, psychologically. I know that all of it is a lot. So there may be some ways that you band together, because this is really what it's saying. You all have to band together. You all have to pull together, support each other, draw in support from the outside as well. The goddess succeeds in vanquishing the demon armies, for when she needs help, female warriors arise from her sides, and the insatiable Kali springs from her knitted brow. The tiger the Durga rides represents her unlimited power. The goddess commands and directs the wildest and greatest strength. She wears a red skirt, and the color red symbolizes action. She manifests for this purpose, for action. She keeps busy destroying demons and does not stop until the world is made safe. That's you, Mama. She works to protect her people from misery. The evil she slays are the selfishness, ignorance, jealousy, prejudice, hatred, anger, and arrogance that plague humanity. She disappears when the demons are defeated, because she does not need accolades and has no ambition upon the world beyond her purpose. She is the divine mother, ensuring the righteousness and compassion will continue to exist. In her hands are gifts from the gods, her many weapons: mace, sword, club, spear, lariat, bow and arrow, and the conch, the shell, whatever it's called. Different weapons must be used for different fights. The conch does not slay, however, but makes the sound of the sacred Om, the sound of creation, the sound of the preeminence and ultimate victory in virtue. Wow. Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better card to answer that question. The Devi Mahatma, Glory of the Goddess, a religious text that dates from the 5th century, speaks of Durga thus: good fortune of the virtuous, ill fortune in the house of the evil, intelligence in the minds of the learned, faith in the hearts of the good. When Durga appears, know which weapon to use for the fight. To do this, you must first know what weapons you have available to you. These may be tools, talents, skills, or allies. Know your ground, your position, and make a stand. Defend your rights and the rights of others. Do not confuse rights with privileges, nor convenience with virtue. Identify your personal demons. Demons can be so subtle, and your compliance so ingrained. Remember that fierce compassion begins with self-care. Fight the demons, not yourself. Do not give up because something is hard. It will be accomplished if you keep trying. Will and energy together accomplish great things. Will without energy turns rigid and inert. Energy without will becomes scattered and chaotic. Dress your altar with red foods, cloths, flowers, and fruits. Include arrows and other metal items in a mirror. Use camphor and sandalwood in your aromatics. Da-da-da. All right. 4 of air. Water, air. 4 of air. Nut, Egyptian goddess of the night sky. Until the dawn, rest as a star in my body. Nut, pronounced Nut. Nut is the Egyptian goddess of the night sky, the goddess of heaven, and she who holds you while you sleep. Every evening she reveals her glory. At the end of each day she swallows the sun. The sun makes the journey every night that the soul does after death, traveling through the body of the all-embracing goddess at night. At dawn, Nut gives birth to the sun again. She who holds 1,000 souls arches her naked body covered with stars over the earth. Geb, god of the earth, is her beloved. Lord Ra stops their embrace and separates them out of jealousy, and for fear that life cannot flourish. Should there not be some space between their bodies, yet the lovers rejoin during the 5 extra days of the Egyptian calendar, the 5 extra nights, new made from moonlight, after winning the light from Khonshu, god of the moon, in a game of chance. These days are time out of time when the ruler of the world cannot touch them with his decrees, and all on earth celebrate the freedom to love as they will. Called Protector of the Dead, Nut is painted on the inside lid of the sarcophagus, or on the vaults of tombs, so she may enfold the soul placed within. Within the star-filled sky, souls are protected from all evil while they are refreshed. The dying pray, O my mother Nut, stretch yourself over me that I may be placed among the imperishable stars that are in you, and that I may not die. For a soul may die if it is eaten by the monster of the underworld at Mot's judgment. Nut, beautiful all-embracing heaven, provides for the safety of mercy and grace. The sky goddess, enarching her body above the earth, also protects all life, for it is she who creates the barrier that holds back the forces of chaos from destroying the precious order and peace of the world. So here you have the representation of protection. When Nut appears, give yourself some time to sleep on it before making a big decision. Get the information you need, let go of your thoughts about it, settle into place. Then it will be easier and more powerful when you do act or speak. Dream or not, sleep or not, but go to bed, which hopefully is what you did, because I don't think you're hanging with me anymore. You need rest more than you need to be doing something else right now. You need a time out from the struggle. Your body and your mind are fresh through downtime. If you are called upon to help others in illness or grief, do so from a place of gentle but lofty compassion that keeps your own heart whole and gives them the support and space they need to find their own way through the darkness. Reconnect with these people, places, and things that bring you peace. Reduce the forces of chaos in your life by tidying your environment or listing your thoughts. The 4 of Air calls for rest and Nut to help protect. You'll be protected, and yes, you will be able to get through this. You will be protected, and you will be able to rise up. I mean, as long as you rise up. 6 of Water. As long as you rise up, that would be true. Six of Water is Tiernut. Maybe it's Tiernut. I don't know. Oh, Tefnut. So this is Nut and this is Tefnut. Egyptian goddess of dew and rain. Renewal starts with simple pleasures. When Tefnut appears, success comes from choosing love over power and gentleness over force. Keep it simple. This shows authenticity, not lack of sophistication. So keep it simple is probably a big part of your message. Simplify things. Don't overcomplicate them. Don't over worry about them. Don't under worry about them, but enjoy all of life that you can see, smell, hear, taste, and touch. Seek simple, everyday pleasures, not convoluted ones. Immerse yourself in a new environment so that you can spend time just sensing, just being. To recall a memory, think not about the details, but about who you were with when, who you were then, how it felt to be you. Do not look at your life from the outside in. Life always comes from the inside out. On a piece of papyrus or other special paper, scribe a fortune for your future self. Discover that a similar blessing was left to you in your past. Tefnut is the Egyptian goddess of moisture, of the rare and precious dew and rain. She is not the powerful Nile flood, but more intimate wetness. She rules personal moisture. She is the goddess of spit, tears, and lubrication. She is a goddess of pleasure and sweetness. Due to the lack of dogma in ancient Egyptian religion, many are stories of her origin, but all agree that Tefnut is the product of parthenogenesis from some form of bodily fluid, from the spit, tears, or semen of a god. With her consort Shu, god of the air, she initiates the sexual cycle of creation and is the mother of Nut, the sky, and Geb of the earth. Clear water pours from her womb when she is pleased. Her priests pray to be purified by her sacred flow and be blessed by her power. Tefnut wears the body of a woman and the head of a lion. She is called the eyes of Ra, both the left and the right for the moon and the sun. Upon her head she wears the solar disk, connecting her to the power of the sun and the Uraeus, the cobra, who represents sovereignty and divinity. She carries the Ankh for the breath of life and the scepter for power. Tefnut's scepter echoes the shape of the papyrus flowers, another symbol of life and fertility. Papyrus is used to make so much of what is useful for her people, from boats and sails to ropes and paper. It is used in a writing medium. Its use in a writing medium helps ancient lives speak today. Like other Leonine goddesses, Tefnut can display a wrathful aspect. When she is angry, she withdraws the moisture that brings pleasure, erases hardship, and keeps life sweet. Yet, more often, she shows her people a tender face and the beautiful results of the gentle application of great power. Yes, so your message is to rise up, or the demons will, to know that you're protected and covered, and to enjoy the simple pleasures along the way. And if you do these things, then I believe that yes, you will be able to make it. So that's it. That's the Dark Goddess Tarot. And that's it for me tonight. And for those who joined me, thank you for joining me. Be well, and as always, actually, it's until next time. Or something. I'm tired. I'm really tired. As always, be well. It goes there. And